This section is a collection of artifacts used in the learning exchange that show the growth and development I experienced within the course, starting with the course's orientation activities through to the third unit or so. This represents just about 78 weeks of learning approximately. Now, when I started this course, I started at both an advantage and disadvantage. I had done this course last year and had failed at it. So, on one hand, I knew to some degree what was expected and what I had to do. And on the other hand, I had a built-in resistance to the course. There were elements of the course I did not understand. I did not understand the tutor. My past experience with the course was both a driving and limiting factor. I did not want to fail this course again. So I tried my best to do what was expected for the course. Still, I had a lot of uncertainty and fear. I was afraid of failing. This was the first set of stones I had to use when I started this constructing my understanding of reflective practice in action. Now, my first steps in knowledge construction was to assess what I had learned using the unit's objectives as a reference. As to be expected, I found gaps between what I did and what I said I did. The key gap that is of interest to me is the role and impact of communal reflection as compared to personal reflection. The issues of power and inequality that Carbon and Smith referenced in 2009 were important considerations that hindered me in considering communal reflective practice. This is of note that facing these issues are at the core of Brookfield's 1995 four lenses theory. Being aware of the assumptions that we personally have can give insight into how our biases affect how we deal with a situation and how we use our own power in relation to others. Brookfield, 1998. Now, having noted my shortcomings and failings, this would have been the best time for me to go ahead and make a plan to address these shortcomings. I like to say that my aha moment came at this time and I took off. Sadly, it didn't. It really came sometime during the weeks of Unit 2. It was one of the most trying weeks that I had while studying at the UE Open Campus. Somehow, I missed the Blackboard Collaborate or BBC meeting for the week and things just would not pick up. I got hold of the recording for the meeting and I listened intently to the suggestions that the course tutor made concerning what she was looking for in terms of reflection and discussion posts. In short, I followed her instructions and I made a fantastic post. I knew it was a fantastic post because it was the first of only 2 posts that the course tutor really heaped a lot of praise on. I must say that I was rather pleased by that. Again, in 2009, Carbon and Smith made the point that workshops and courses in reflection ought to be supported by the tutor, advising what experiences are good for reflection and give insight into the same. In this case, the course tutor did that for this particular section, and the BBC recording really helped. Further, I think it's at this time that I started to experiment with Bolton's 2010 through the mirror writing. That also helped with my reflective activity. The course tutor advised me to research hermeneutical phenomenology to add to my knowledge and toolkit for reflective practice, and I did so in the following post. It's entitled My Response in this section. You can also take a look at that. Now, the next week, I only posted in the lounge. I didn't post in the reflective area or in the discussion section. Now, this post was an introduction of the group. However, there's something that I really wanted to share with my colleagues. It was a breakthrough of sorts. Dasko and Scheinberg wrote in 2017 about the different types of change with an emphasis on the transformation type change. This article was instrumental in helping me solve a problem. The quote Transformation fails when there's a lack of leadership with profound knowledge, vision, and courage. Inspired me to address an issue in a positive and decisive manner. It was so profound that I had to share with my classmates. It marked for me the first time that I purposefully used reflective practice to solve a problem, something that I had stated in the first week that I had never done. Since I had achieved some measure of success, it was on to another hurdle: communal reflection and working in teams. The achievements are documented in the section Collaborative Team Learning with a video commentary similar to this one. This section concludes with a profile of myself examining who I am as a reflective practitioner, my professional profile, and my reflective framework. As much as it's presented in this section, I have to admit it isn't complete. I have not delved into who I am in the communal context, nor have I explored the place my reflective framework has in my professional life. There are hindrances in the form of resources, personal, psychological, and physical constraints that need to be addressed to properly incorporate reflective practice in my professional and communal context. Consequently, though my profile is listed within this section, it is also listed in the Works in Progress section as there's more work to be done on it. You can continue to explore my portfolio, and if there are any comments, you can put them on the comments page or send me a direct message on my Contact Me page. Have a great day.